What's up? What's up? What's up, you guys? Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. This is Shine Talks. I came to talk a little bit. I came to talk a little bit. Um, I am just getting back home, so I decided let me say a little something for the people about this uh think tank. Um, Before we get started, hit the like button. Subscribe if you have not. Share. But most important, hit that like button. The Cash App, as you can see, is up top. No, I am not on camera. I am exhausted. Um, we did not go to sleep last night at all. And so yeah, we're here. Well, I'm here. So yeah, I'm um I'm here. Um so oh let's see. So Orlando. Um Archbishop E. Bernard Jordan, First Lady, um Jordan, Pastor Jordan, Prophet Manasseh, hey Cruiser, I did get a chance to listen to you the first night that we were there, and I thank you. Hey Pamela, thank you, cause thank you. You know what I'm saying? Um, I agree with what you said. You don't, as a friend, as a brother, um, you don't you don't embarrass them. You don't make them look bad. Hey Nia, now I'm driving you guys, so if I don't say anything to you immediately, please don't take it personal. When I get to a light or somewhere where I can't look down, I will. Um, you made great points during the live. You represent well. Thank you, Nia. Um, I was sitting there watching it in real time, and you don't do a friend like that. Your brother, you don't do that. Even if they're with some, it's a school bus. Crazy. Oh, I'm so glad wasn't no kids coming. Um, you don't do that. And as a leader and as a moderator, you're supposed to set the tone. You're supposed to set uh keep the chat under control. But how do you keep the chat under control when you out of control? Um no, I'm stopped at a Pamela, I'm stopped at a behind the bus. The stop sign is flashing and this person on the side of me just come flying by like oh. So um I'll start by saying this. Everybody has these thoughts and opinions about what we did, how we did it, and all of those things. And I'm going to say that 96.999% was wrong. Um, it's funny because people are making speculations about things that we didn't know and Archbishop didn't know. So it's funny how you can tell somebody else what they're going to do. Um, so I'm a just give some, uh, like I say, I'm just gonna give a little bit because I am tired. I will come back uh, probably tomorrow, but I know that I did not go live a lot during because I'm a videographer too, so I was I was doing a lot of the background thing. Um so hello Thais. Um Let me give an example. You say like what? Give an example. An example of what you were wrong about? You want to do that? That's fine. Um well, first thing you were wrong about, sir, is I don't know why you feel like people are broke, but sweetheart, you don't have more money than me. Okay? Um, I'm not going to speak for anyone else's pockets, but I am going to speak for my own. And until you can leave leave a place that's over $2,000 and go to another place the same and handle both, we're not the same. Um, I don't do in-state stays. When I go on a vacation, I leave the state and stay in five-star hotels. Um, I tip $20 or more. Um, I don't know why y'all felt like we was somewhere cheap, because we were not at all, not even close. I heard you looked it up, so you saw how much that was, and that was on the low end. Um, the restaurants we ate in, like y'all coming up with this crazy stuff. Nobody was bought. See, here's the thing. There's a difference in this is what leaders do. You don't charge people for information to make them better. You give the information so that they could get to the money. So the difference with Bishop and others is the fact that he didn't take our money to show us how to make money. Okay. So um ain't nobody bought, ain't nobody brainwashed, nobody was fake, nobody was like, all of that is for what? I thought you was done. I thought we had stopped all of that. This is why I say when people respond to what other people say, then want to play victim, that's where I have a problem. Nobody has said anything about any other content creator. This whole thing about people, Bishop gathering people that hate Larry. Nobody hates Larry. Let me pull over because I was going to drive into this. Let me pull over so I can read these comments. Nobody hates Larry Love. William is supposed to be Larry's quote unquote brother. Okay? St. James don't like or not like. He doesn't care. He doesn't know him to not like him. Here's a parking lot. Even me. I don't know Larry to not like him. I don't hate Larry. Do I dislike some of the things that he has done? Absolutely. Just like other things and other people. But that does not mean that we hate him. Jives don't hate him. Not caring for somebody or not liking somebody or caring for them or going on their page, none of that means that they're hated. Stop doing that. Instead of trying to come up with what it is, how about ask? But when you have no communication or relationship with anyone that is involved, you can't do anything but speculate. Rich people or people who think they have money brag. Wealthy people don't have to speak on their money. They look like money. They smell like money. They walk like money. When they enter the room, they know they have that confidence. So when you come from money and you have money, you cannot be bought. You can't be bought. Let me look at this comment. Let's see. Okay, I'm about to be smart. You're really gonna argue about who has more money? No, I'm not. I'm definitely not arguing about it. I'm definitely I'm definitely not arguing about it. My work speak for themselves. It was just I was just making an observation. I think he meant what background things. I may be wrong. Um, I think I answered all of those. Wealthy people never say they're wealthy. Never. It was just pure jealousy. Sean, do you? Pearl, I agree. I let me let me let me say it a different way. When you holler that you're not jealous and you have no hate, but your energy says otherwise, we have to question that. I sincerely thought you were talking about the community conversation, not me. We'll go off. I was talking about in general. I'm going to touch on everybody that had something negative to say, especially when you don't know what you're talking about. So no one can critique or converse about y'all got it. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. Yes, you can critique, but what are you're not critiquing when you are giving um like you're giving facts. They've been bought. They was flued out. They uh we hate Larry. Um those things, those are the things that you said. That's not commentary when no one has said that. You give commentary on something that's been talked about. None of that had been discussed. We hadn't went live. Y'all was talking about it before we even left, just knowing who was going. Y'all went to, we was eating Lunchables and staying at Motel 6s and we was going to be doing, and none of that happened. So when you say as a commentator and a blogger, vlogger, and as you say, journalist, when you do commentary on something that is already out and talked about. I thought we were moving toward a better space. I guess not. Thais, don't, we're not going to do that. How do you say that you're moving towards a better place and then you get on and you shade the hell out of everybody who had not even mentioned you? Other commentators called you jealous. Not one of us said anything about you or anybody else. Other people said that you were jealous. And the things that you were doing made you look like you wanted to be there. You didn't give commentary on the show. You gave your opinion on each of us. Don't do that. If you were giving commentary and saying, oh, well, well, what did y'all learn? What did y'all do? Explain to us something that y'all learned in your first session. But you didn't do that. You were in William's comments, and that was rude as hell, not only as a friend slash brother, but as a moderator and as someone who has a following. When you go off like that, then your following feels like it. Oh, wait, back up. When you do stuff like that, then the people that you lead follow you. Okay? John, you carry yourself well. Anyone with sense knows what you're saying. That man. I don't want to call nobody jealous because everybody has something. Everybody has something. But when you keep going and going and going, you haven't given commentary. You've given your opinion. That's not fair. I thought we were past it. But obviously it's something. If you have a problem with one person, don't include the group. You get what I'm saying? Don't include the group. Stick with that one person. And everybody on that panel, you said that you were done doing the back and forth with. So when we see something else, we can't question that. That's commentary. When I'm talking about what you talked about concerning us, that's giving commentary. Now, if I just came on here and said, Thais is jealous, such and such is jealous, they just mad, and y'all had not said anything, that's not commentary. That's not commentary. I can't stand that word jealous. It's so, because people use it in the wrong context sometimes. People use that in the wrong context sometimes. As a brother, if your brother came in your chat and did what you did, how would you feel? On a platform where he just felt like he did something good and he made major breakthrough and started a healing process. And then here is somebody that is supposed to be your friend, your brother, your partner, who is supposed to hold you up no matter how they feel about what you did or who you did it with. But instead, you kind of like kept slapping them in the back of their head and then give them $50. Money don't move everybody like that. And if you looked on his face while he was reading, while he read your comments, you would understand what people are saying. The look that was on people's faces when they saw it was a why? So don't do that. Don't do that. And I didn't even come on here to say that. But if you this is something that you gotta know. If you gonna say something, I'm doing better because I didn't spaz. But that's the playing in the face stuff that I don't like. Don't dog me and talk about me, and then when I respond, you say, I don't know why they did it. Did I speak to William personally about the live? I was sitting right next to him. And if you know anything about people and their body language, you don't have to say nothing to people when they're hurting. You can see it. I didn't have to ask William nothing. That was a slap in the face. And if that's how you felt as his brother, you could have texted him while he was online and said those things. No, Cruz, I can answer that. No, I did not talk to him about it at all. Because I heard the breaths that he was letting out. I saw how he was holding his hands. So no, I didn't talk to him. Have you talked to him? Have you apologized for the way that you were acting in his chat? Because if William came over there in your chat with his crew and did that, not only you, but the Thai squad would have lit into his ass, and if not, blocked him. We're not gonna do that. Let me let you in on a little secret. Me and William's birthday is on the exact same day, December 15th. So, as a fellow Sag, we strong. We hella strong. But even the strong has a weak moment. And when your weak moment is given to you by somebody who's supposed to be in your circle, it hits different than somebody that's not. Everybody don't move for cash apps. I said something about a cash app when I first came on and ain't said nothing since. If you give it, you give it. If you don't, God bless you anyway. You can't tell, if you see somebody who missed somebody who was like a father figure or a mentor, and they finally reconcile, you can't say congratulations. You can't be happy that your brother friend has gotten over this hump that he was. Man, chill. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm older than you, so I'm an older queen. So, nah, boo. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. We not gonna do that. We not gonna do that. We not gonna do that. And and this don't make me not feel another way about you. I just thought it was rude as hell. That's all. You give your opinion, I give mine. But as far as my take on the weekend, I feel that Zoe Ministries was nothing short of extraordinary. Like the level of information, insight, uh, spiritual richness that we got, to me, is unmatched. Just watching, you could tell it put William in a tough spot. Thank you, Pamela. Like from the moment that I got there, the atmosphere was warm. They were welcoming, intentionally hospitable. Like, I I can't even like it was just connections made that weren't just good, nice. They were genuinely meaningful. Like to me, this is to me. What made the experience, the think tank powerful for me was how some of us had never met in person. Some of us have had um little squabbles. And when I talked to William, he said, "Oh, you're Sean. They sent me you just moved." Which means what? Someone, as he said, sent him to try to say, this is the one that posted. This is the one that posted that hilarious ass video about William going off. So when you see that we were able to honestly come together and be vulnerable, I can tell Bishop Jordan set up a great conference for you all, treated you very well. I'm so happy for you. More opportunities are coming for you. Y'all, listen, thank you, Nia. I am curious, why were three therapists there? Was that planned or were they called in? Um, they were not there as therapists. That just happened to be what they do. But they do more inside of the Zoe Ministries. Um, and they have different business ventures, and they just happen to be therapists, which was so good. We did everything but laid on the couch. You know what I'm saying? So everything happened for a reason. People admitted where they was wrong. People acknowledged things that they had said that the other person didn't know about. So that was able to be cleared up. Um, it allowed space. Oh, I'm sorry, space for reconciliation. Um, mended places that needed to be healed, built trust, had trust exercises, um, organized and genuinely supported each other while we were there. Like, between the laughing, the crying, the creations, the and then with the therapy, it just everything just worked. Instead of saying what y'all thought we were doing, you never asked. You would have knew that we met new people, formed connections. Some of this stuff that was going on between people had been going on too long. And at the end of it, it wasn't even really them. It's these chat people. Not all, but there are some messy chat people that keep stuff going. Mini bone carriers. That's what it is. But y'all didn't ask about the openness and how did things get cleared up and how people came together. That's not what y'all did. So when you say you're not the J word, but your energy shows different, or your throat get real thick and real loud, and you start your lives on 8.5, what are we supposed to think? Hey, coming in late, have to catch the beginning on the replay. Glad you were able to attend. Thank you, Tashi. I was too. Okay, the one you clipped of William audio allegedly about me. Don't do that. Don't do that. And said it brought you great laughter at my expense. Uh, Thais, stop. 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 Because you had been talking about him. And it was funny. Okay. Anybody that watched this video, and I don't even know why I'm doing this, I'm going to do a poll. If y'all think that the video was about Thais, put a 1 in the chat. If you think William was talking about somebody else, put a 2 in the chat. If you feel like that video was funny as hell, put some gray hearts in the chat. Now, since everybody always got what they feel and that they right, and I can tell you, I can guarantee you that. Okay? We can, I'm that one. We can do it. As hell. Exactly. I understand everyone can't find humor when it may be about them, but for me, even if it may be about me, if it's funny, it's funny. If you can give it, you can take it. I laughed at that same video and wasn't at anybody's expense. It was just funny. You okay. So you're gonna sit here and tell me that when William came on and said that he had talked to Bishop E. Bernard Jordan, you didn't say anything? Are you really gonna sit here on Karen Clark Sheard's internet and say that you did not start shading William when that happened. Let's give a few examples. Girl, he on his own with this one. No, see, I know what that's about. It's the money. You didn't never say, William been wanting that for a long time. That's good for them. We're not gonna do that. When he roasts them folks down in the drive-through, it's funny. He cussed that lady out at the airport. Hilarious. William is funny when he exactly. Just like Thais, when you shade some people, it's funny. And other people are laughing at their expense. So what we doing? What we doing? I smoke a lot, baby, but I got a good memory. Oh, I got a good memory. So don't sit here and say that you did not talk about William. You shaded him during his live with Bishop Jordan on there. But I guess because you gave a cash app that was supposed to offset it. Oh, I didn't come here for, oh my God, I did not. Back to Zoe Ministries, Jesus. Back to Zoe Ministries, Jesus. This is not. Oh, I just left a great environment, a united environment, a messless environment because of this. This is when you say what he trying to do with YouTube, why he trying to he ain't no blogger, he can't tell us from somebody on the outside looking in and seeing something that does not have to be. What you supposed to say? Well, what you supposed to say, hon? Well, actually, the folk in William IG chat said Thais was going to drag women they wanted beef. That wanted beef? Okay. Yes, I did. We all did. I didn't ask about everybody else. I didn't. I didn't. I didn't ask about everybody else because everybody else was not the ones in William's chat doing that. So I'm not talking about everybody else. I asked, did you, after William did those two lives, did you not shade him? I didn't ask you what Cruiser said. I didn't ask you what Marcellus said. I didn't say the AT2. I didn't say that. I said, did you shade William? That's a yes or no. I have all the videos. I can pull them up. I would discuss what happened, but shading and read, no, I did not. You are lying. Oh, it is the delusion that is real. Okay, I don't want to call it delusion because then that'd be shady. It's the I. It's the not being accountable. If you did and you feel like it was you were doing commentary, okay. If that's what you want to use. But as a brother, as you called him your brother, even when William was talking about it and you came on and he said, "Hi, brother," or can I still say that? You ignored him because you were in your feelings and you went off. I do not like people playing in my face. I'm I'm not a follower. So you're not gonna convince me that the Wendy sign is blue when I've been knowing all my life that is red. Honey, you're not disturbing my peace. Sweetheart, when I got back when I got back to Detroit, I had a flat tire. I laughed. My daughter was leaving out and dropped her money and saw the guy that took it. I laughed and gave her double what she lost. Okay? So it's not disturbing my peace. After this weekend, I mean not even weekend, it felt like a weekend. You ain't no disturbing my peace. Lord, the nails won't let me type. I'm getting ready to leave YouTube very soon. Y'all won't have to worry about me, but I'm glad y'all had a good conference. Thais, okay, okay. Y'all hit the Cash App for me. Um, hit that Cash App. If y'all are enjoying the content, hit that Cash App pimp below. It shine 74. Um, I can't. That's one of them underlays for the I don't do that. I ugh, I just can't. I just can't. I Thais, you gon' up and leave. All kidding aside, you know you'll be missed. See y'all work my nerves, shaking my head. But this is one of the things that was talked about. It don't have to be this. If we're a certain sector of YouTube, where is the division at? We all talking about the same things. We all give shade. We all do these things, but somehow, somewhere, there is disdain that I cannot understand. I cannot understand. Like y'all. Then uh, uh, Bernard Jordan been stealing from black people all the. How many black people has he made rich though? And are we going to keep going back to stuff 10, 15 years ago? Because all of us was doing something 10, 15 years ago. All of us. Some held a year. Some this year. So don't do that. Let me tell you something. One thing I ain't is dumb. Okay? I ain't stupid. I'm very intelligent. Very intelligent. I'm very observant. I see everything. I'm a musician, so I hear things with a different ear. So when you call me stupid for doing something, for being invited to something and poured into for no cost, but then you charging people to not even do a quarter of what the first family of prophecy did this week. No one wants you to leave, Ty. I don't, and I said it before. I don't have a problem with Thais. But every time I say, okay, we done, then it's something else. And again, I didn't say nothing about you. St. James ain't said nothing about you. Jives hasn't said nothing about you. William has not said anything about you. That live from Zoe Ministries was not a drag to nobody. It was informative. So we mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. You don't have to be combative with people or disrespectful to people that you are interviewing or that you want to question to get your point across. You know what I'm saying? And you want ooh, you Marcellus, and I wasn't even gonna say names, but Marcellus, I liked you. I did. But I don't take kindly to nobody calling me dumb and stupid. I don't. I don't. It was unnecessary. It was uncalled for. And then people wonder why they don't get invited or taken into certain spaces. It's because of things like that. Those are temper tantrums. That's what children have. And as an adult, if something does not go your way, have your moment, but don't let it overtake you. Why was Marcellus always so damn mad? I don't know. Cruiser, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I don't even think some of these people be knowing. I'm not about to be so mad at somebody else because of what they did to somebody that I don't even know years ago. And I'm still mad. You talking about something that happened in 2002, and I'ma still be mad about it in 2025 going into 2026. So I don't have the brain capacity. I don't have the brain capacity. And another thing that I just thought about. Did anybody go to Larry and tell him, hey, Pastor Deborah has nothing to do with this? Like, are we any of our brothers keepers that we call brothers? I'm just asking for a friend, maybe a cousin. Hit the like button for me, please. Hit the like button for me. I had to pull myself down for a second. When it comes to going to the White House, I'm going to say this. People keep talking about making a difference and doing this with Black people and lifting Black people up and raising the Black people up and what they want to say to these people and what they gonna do and how they gonna say it. But how you gonna do that outside? How do you get to the people on the inside to get to the table to sit with them, to give your concerns, if you always just standing on the other side of the street yelling or on the phone talking loud to your good Judy so they can hear? You got to go inside the house. If okay, tell me if I'm wrong. If something was happening to one of your children or your grandchildren or something, and you knew that they were inside of that house, are you gonna stand outside or sit in the car and keep blowing? Or are you gonna get out, kick the door down, and go in and get your child? Or are you going to go in and at least try to see what's going on and have a conversation? Because if you just standing outside, you ain't doing nothing. You can't make a difference outside. And I ain't never going to the White House. That's dumb. Because one thing about going to the White House, you ain't gonna meet Trump. The majority of the time, he ain't even there. And that's not Trump's house. That is the people's house. That is the people's house. That's just like saying, well, I'm not going to Canada. I'm not going over to you. I don't like Prince Charles, so I'm not going. Are you crazy? Child, ain't nobody can reason with the white man. Yeah. It's not him that you have to reason with. That's why we got to get out and vote. That's why we got to get certain people in the seats. That's why we have to do certain things so that we can get in and get with the people that can make the difference. Because even though he's saying it, that don't mean nothing. He can sit and sign stuff for 24 hours. That don't mean that's what it is. We need to get to the people that makes those that board, that makes that decision. Let's be smart about that. You mad at Bishop Jordan because he went into the White House? Why would he not go into the White House? Would he gonna stand out across the street on the other side of the fence and pray? When he can walk through the White House and pray. You ain't got to make no loud noise to pray and anoint. Just touch it. Just touch it. You don't know, just every door handle, just touch it. You don't know what might happen. Y'all gotta make sense. Y'all gotta come out of y'all feelings and then think about what it is that you're really saying. That like, oh Jesus. And then here you, these pastors, I just want, which pastor have you had on your platform and confronted? Since you say you call out the pastors. I'll wait. While I'm waiting to hit that cash app. I didn't come on here. I came to straighten some things out, but there really wasn't. This is about the think tank. This is about the think tank. This is about the think tank. Like the first family of prophecy is so genuine. Like respectful, They give hugs like they've been knowing you forever. Nobody was standoffish. Nobody was like, ugh, your servant's here. You're like every single one of them carries this presence that makes you feel like you've been a part or been around for a long time. Nothing was forced, nothing felt fake, nothing was pressured. Not one time were we asked for money. You understand? Like, okay, Manessa came in while we were in session. And I'm going to say, Manessa is so funny. Oh my God. Manette, he's hilarious online. he's just, he is just, oh my God. He's naturally funny. But beyond the humor, the information that he gave us was so in depth and needed for this time. Like, he was just him. He wasn't, oh, I'm the prophet and talking with the, like, he wasn't doing none of that. And he smelled so good. I said, excuse me. Like, even though he had just worked out, like, I was like, okay. And he bought Thor. We met Thor. Thor is a part of the first family of prophecy. Um and Thor was there. He was in the meeting with us. Let me get these comments right. It's not about that particular president. Exactly. No telling who you may meet at the White House. Mark my words, doors are gonna open for you, Sean. Get excited because I am for you. Oh, thank you. Okay, for clarification, because stuff can get misinterpreted. There are no plans for a group trip to the White House, right? Um, I can't say that. I can't say that. Um, there are a lot of plans in motion. I'm not gonna say exactly um what yet, but we going, hey Sean, hey Candace. I'm joining. I pray that you had a great time. Oh my goodness, I can't even understand it. There were mentions of meeting at Congress. That could be yeah, that's what you heard is what yeah. Um let's see, what else? Uh let me think. Because this Charlie Kirk thing. Let me tell y'all something. Okay. Because y'all get so stuck on the name and not actually what it really is. It's not about the man, Charlie Kirk. Okay. It's the movement, his advocacy, his unapologetic stance that he had for with Turning Point. We need someone in the Black community to do that. Let's eliminate the names. Let's eliminate the names. We need somebody now in this day, in that age range, to grab those that are coming up so that they can understand. We had Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton and uh our parents had Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and things like that. Who's now? One of the rappers? Cruiser, you crazy. Like, I don't think people, you have to look at the bigger picture. That's just like I tell people, don't introduce me as Shine and she's a lesbian, because then everything else that I do after that, you're stuck on that part. Don't do that. Hey, Tasha Global. Hey, Sean. Does this platform have a cash app? Yes, it's right there above the think tank. It's ITSSHUN 74. Now it's scrolling. Thank you, Cruiser. Thank you, Cruiser. Like, seriously, we need somebody now. Yes, we are YouTubers, but some of us are 40 and up. So that group, like my son is about to be 30. My daughter is 21. I asked them about Charlie Kirk because that's not my age range. I didn't know until like maybe he wasn't somebody on my radar. So I wasn't paying attention to him. But my children agrees with some of the things that he was saying. We need a Black person like that. Let's not get stuck on the name, and let's pay attention to the movement. When Bishop says that, it's not that he wants to be the white man of the stop. What the hell? Snickerdoodle? Thank you, Tarsha. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Blessings to you. You were mentioned too. We was wondering, like, what Tarsha? Like, yeah, we gotta walk into the White House no matter who is there. No matter who is there. We gotta go in the city county buildings no matter who is there. We gotta go into these places big, bold, beautiful, and Black. Oh my, say it ain't so. What ain't so, Cruiser? What they showed us this week, if there was someone, or if people would stop thinking about the past shit, because we all got past shit, excuse my language. That's what they that's what they said. I'm and they I've always asked the question, what is a cuss word? Because they have different meanings. American words have more than one meaning in spelling. So when I use certain words, I'm not using them in a derogatory way. It's a tone of expression, but you can't always say what you want to, do what you want to. There's always a time and a place to express and say what it is that you want to say. Can I respect difference of opinion? I reckon Charlie is. I don't know why I can't see that. Charlie is. Yeah, and I get what you're saying, Miss Cruiser, but the what I see out of that is, and I don't want nobody to don't leave me, y'all. Don't leave me when I say this. Don't leave me when I say this. But we need another bold, black, outspoken frontman because there's a giant that can't do that anymore. And Al Sharpton, these guys are 75 plus. So we need somebody to light a fire under that's it. We need somebody to light a fire. We need somebody to say, what are we doing? Let's go. Not his exact, that's the thing, not his exact movements, not his exact thoughts, but the fire behind it is what's needed. He said whatever he wanted to say, whenever he wanted to say it, and because he believed it and he stood in it, he stood on it. Hey, Prelate, St. James is in the house. I'm going to say it again publicly. St. James, thank you. I'm going to just say that again. I think Pastor Reginald Sharp will work for the current generation. It's not I get, okay, but is he going to do it? It's a bunch of people that could do it. There is one that's trying to do it, and y'all just dogging them. You have such a disdain and already have this thought in your head about him, or you already have this opinion about him that you won't even give him a chance. Y'all lie and say every time he come on, he buying prophecies. You got to buy a prophecy, and that's not true. They asked for donations just like someone else. It was even a time that Bishop got on. He said, and Manasseh, there's no prophecy, just so. But that's just like I might not want to say nothing to nobody, and somebody walk by me, and I'll be like, "Hey, come here for a second." You get what I'm saying? So again, Zoe Ministries, Bishop Jordan, First Lady Jordan, Manasseh, Thor, Chef, Trina, everybody, they were so hospitable. They were so open. They created an environment for us. But what happened with us was transformational. It was healing. And boy, unforgettable. Unmatched. If some of us had been told this a while ago, what a better place we would be in right now. I like the unity. We as a people must move higher and work together to achieve greatness. Absolutely. But folks bicker so much that you can't do that. And then the person that is trying to do it, that some of y'all only don't like because of somebody else, he ain't did nothing to y'all. So do I call you nope. 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 I'ma say it's so crazy because people always say what they will, what they won't, what. Y'all keep talking about you ain't jealous and you don't care and you don't need it and don't nothing, but the math ain't mathing. The math ain't mathing. Because what you're showing and what you're saying is two different things. Don't be so negative. Even if you don't understand it, but it's a good thing that happened. We've watched Jives and William for that moment. Yeah. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get out of here because Marcellus said something, and I keep again. Me and William birthday is on the same day. I've toned myself down a little bit, but let me say this, Marcellus. Mm, I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it into these words. You said, "Why now? Why now?" You've gathered a group of people. It don't have this ain't got nothing to do with Larry. In fact, if you listen to some of Bishop's interviews to hear and not to respond, you would hear when he said he asked Larry years ago to do this. And it wasn't done. Instead of bringing people together, they were pushed apart for selfish gain. And what you reap, you will sow. And that's the word of the Lord. I think unity is accomplished when we all when we allow people to like who they like, we all like who we like, and that's okay. It is. Clarinda, how are you, dear? I support everybody. I like each person for their own authenticity. Exactly. And that's all it is. How we gonna talk about bringing black people together outside and we can't get black people together on the inside? Instead of going live and being negative about something great, try to find out something that was given. Stop doing that. And then when the lighter skinned people say something about us, then we want to throw our chests out and get mad and have an attitude. Why? Because they telling the truth. The think tank was an experience of a lifetime. It say what you want. We were nowhere near no Motel 6. And and if what we ate was potato bread or whatever you said, honey, listen. Honey, listen. So the name calling, bullying, and insults, that's how we yeah. Like talk we even in your family, we talk about each other. You know what I'm saying? But we don't go to the gutter. It ain't no code no more. Families used to have codes. And if YouTube is supposed to be a virtual family, how y'all expect other people to look at you and to believe you and to think what you say means something when you messy all the time, or you're lying all the time, or you playing in people's faces all the time? Who gonna believe you? That's my time. That's my time. Thank y'all for sticking and staying. Um, I appreciate all of your cash apps, all of your support. My other phone is dead, so I can't look and see. But Tarsha, thank you so much. Candace, thank you so much to all of you that have sold into the cash app. Um, while we were away, I appreciate it. I thank you. And yeah, we're on to some bigger and better things in a more excellent way. And if nobody else tells you, you should say this to yourself: I matter and I belong. I'm out.